Hi, everybody. I'm Melanie Russell, the Executive Director of ToLABOR, which is an international doula training and certifying organization. And you're listening to To Raise Questions, a Doula podcast. I'm really glad you're here. Today, I'm here with Rae Thweat, which I'm so excited to have on the show. Rae just finished taking our doula combo training, in which we talked about in the last episode, and they're here to share their experience with us.
Yeah.
So, hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so happy you said yes.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. It's been a few weeks since I saw you last time.
Yeah.
Rae, give us just a little background about who you are.
Okay. How far back should I go? I was born December 16th. I'm a Sagittarius.
There we go. We talked a lot about signs
We
at
did.
the training.
Yeah. I was able to guess your rising.
You were
Right.
spot on.
Spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My name's Rae. I am new to the doula world, but I feel like it feels like a really organic journey for me. I have been doing hair and have been in the hair and barbering industry for over 16 years now. And so I've had a lot of experience working hands-on with people. Mm-hmm. And a big part of what I really have my business founded in is inclusivity and gender-affirming services for the queer community and those that are aligned. I really just value taking care of people. So when the doula opportunity sort of presented itself, I felt like, sure, why not? You know, I have had my own kid almost 2 years ago, so I've been very actively in new parenthood. So I feel like even just learning more about it and learning about other people's experiences would be valuable, even if the doula thing didn't stick. But here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Brand new, just at the beginning.
Yes.
So in the training, one of the first things that we do is we have everyone introduce themselves. And part of that introduction is talking about your support system, your network, since this job tends to be a little difficult sometimes. And so it's really important to have that underlying support. So who do you have at home that is helping with your kid, helping with your life, your house, all of that, while you have to step out and potentially be gone for a while?
So I would say my support systems would involve my partner, my best friend, although she did just have a newborn like 3 weeks ago, but still she's very much my like soul friend. And then my mother-in-law takes care of my kid while I go to work right now. Mm-hmm. And we've also been comfortable with doing overnights with her too. So I feel confident that in the instance of, you know, being called in the middle of the night to go to a birth, that Nana can take the baby, and also my partner could coordinate or whatever. We've got, you know, a good handful of people around us that are like chosen family. So
perfect.
Yeah.
I think that is a challenge for a lot of people getting into this work, especially when they have kids themselves or other jobs.
Yeah.
To coordinate the support, the help around them so that nothing falls through the cracks, that you're still able to have life running behind you while you are able to step out and then live in a hospital room for a few hours.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you talked about being a stylist for a while. Mm-hmm. How did, and I love that you've already made the jump of your job is already about caring for people and really individually caring for people and thinking about their needs, talking about their needs. I mean, I know my stylist hears everything in my life. Yeah. So, and I think it's really fascinating too, to think about the different jobs out there that organically feed into this work. We have a lot of teachers that end up being doulas, a lot of stylists, a lot of wellness workers who are already used to this role of supporting people. What was that final piece of the puzzle that came together for you to really take the jump to sign up for the training?
Well, as I mentioned, my best friend just had a baby a few weeks ago. So I was a part of her labor birth team, and I was at her home visit with her doula. And so it was just me, her doula, and then her and her husband. And so it was just funny because when I arrived, the doula that was there was like, "You're a doula, right?" And I was like, "Nope." And she was like, "Not yet." Then she was like, "It's giving doula energy." And I was like, "Okay, honestly, I don't know. I've never thought about it before, but now that you mention it, maybe we'll see." This was the first.
She called you out.
She did. Yeah, like instantly. I was like, "Is it because I brought pastries?" Like, I don't know.
We can smell each other out. We know it.
But it was really neat to get to be there and like watch how her doula interacted with her. And then also for me to ask questions too about how can I support my best friend through this? Because like she was there for the birth of my baby, and like we both are like, no, like we're always going to be there for each other and that. But
that's really cool.
Yeah, I'd never really thought of it in a doula perspective. So it was neat to just get to witness the process that way. And this was also, I guess it would have been at her, well, I don't know when it was, but basically the training was scheduled for the weekend that was like 2 days before her due date. And so this doula was going to be one of the teachers at the training, Sarah Cole.
Yes.
And she was like, "Hey, we're having a really awesome training. You could maybe come." And my friend was like, "No, both of you are not going out of town
on call for me
the weekend before it's my due date." And I was like, okay, that's fair. Maybe the next one. Yeah. And she went into labor 2 weeks early. And and so then I was like, wow, weird. Now I'm available and not on labor call. So yeah, it just, the timing kind of worked out, and
the universe aligned
to go. Yeah.
Okay. So you push the button, you register for the training.
Yep.
What were your feelings? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
I was really excited. I was really excited because I had just gotten to witness a labor and birth, and like I was just fascinated and so interested, and I just felt like, I just wanted to like learn more about what I got to witness, because I went into that not knowing any of the technical things except for what I knew from my own experience, which was vastly different from this labor and delivery. And
did you have a doula with your baby?
No, I did not. Okay. So my friend actually acted as my doula, and that was kind of unexpected. That's a long story, but
different podcast.
Yes, I did not have a doula, but I did have her acting as my doula, and so no, I didn't really have that like deeply educated person there.
Right.
While I still had support, it wasn't.
Which is still nice to have.
Absolutely.
But then seeing the difference between friend in the doula role versus Sarah Cole, a professionally certified birth doula, there's some differences.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about the retreat. You better say all nice things.
Oh my God. I don't think I could say anything bad. Truly, not even lying. It was really wonderful. Melanie, you're such a amazing host and teacher and person. And so get to like meet you and see you in all of these roles immediately was really special. And everybody that was there it was just a really great group of people.
It's a great group.
I feel like even though, we all are in different stages of life and stages of parenthood or not, I guess not being a parent yet is a stage. It was just really, really neat to sit in a room with people that had no doula experience and people that have years and years of doula experience, and to still feel like we all were on the same page and like could freely learn from one another as well as from the ToLABOR curriculum. It was amazing.
We've done trainings in so many different formats over the years, doing a weekend-long intensive where people come and go. They don't stay in a house together, or Zoom trainings, of course, during the pandemic. And now, of course, we do our soul birth doula training over a weekend every couple of months, where people can choose to be in person during those sessions or on Zoom. But these new retreat style combo trainings, my heart is just, I love it so much. I know you haven't attended either of those other styles of trainings, but talk to me about kind of what it was like to step out of your life for a whole weekend and just be fully immersed in the space, within other people like you talked about already, but also, my goal for it was to really doula you all through the entire weekend, on and off sessions.
You did.
So did it work?
Yeah, it worked. I don't want to go to any other kind of training. I only want an immersive retreat from now on. That's my requirement. Same. But really, no, it was so wonderful to go into a space knowing that it was going to be a lot of learning and, a sort of intense, just weekend full of education, but we had the food aspect of it being a fully plant-based menu that was prepared for us the entire time, and we were never hungry, and it was so delicious. And then the singing bowl experience, just under the sound bath under the stars, and the yoga and the essential oils and the tea ceremony. I mean, all of it was just so thoughtful. And as a parent of a not yet 2-year-old, it's hard to make space for myself to have those experiences. And also just I don't know, I stayed up late by myself and just did whatever. And it was just so nice to just feel like I could kind of do whatever I wanted or felt like I needed. And it was really great. I also shared, a bunk room with 3 other people. So it felt like summer camp. Yeah. It was really great. I mean, everybody was so awesome. But I was always the last one up. So sneaking back into my top bunk, trying to not wake anybody. It was so fun.
The house itself was incredible.
It really was.
And I think that's really important to me as I move forward hosting more and more of these, is to find locations that incorporate nature, that incorporate gorgeous views. Yeah. I don't know how we can beat that view.
That house was amazing.
Looking out over the Blue Ridge Mountains every morning. And I mean, we had this wall of windows. Yep. And that was just what we were met with. We could see the sunrise in the morning each morning. And as the day progressed, the sun shifted and we could have lunch outside, just decks for days. There was a hot tub and a sauna. Yeah. I think that's just really an important part. When you're going to be in a training session from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day for 3.5 days, having the ability to walk outside, to take in nature, to see something beautiful, I think is so important.
I agree. And the wall of windows was just immaculate. It was the main common area, and that's where we had our classes. And so, it was just the mountains and the sky and the birds, and it was so nice. And then to be able to have the breaks to be able to go outside and either eat lunch outside, or there was a hot tub and a sauna and a fire pit.
Great.
It was
take me back.
It was luxury. It really was. I felt expensive.
Yes, yes, that was the goal. I got there the night before the training started and showed up. I did all the grocery shopping and the car was fully loaded, and got there at night, so I couldn't see anything, and lugged all the groceries in while yelling, "Hey bear, hey bear, hey bear, please don't come eat me while I'm getting these groceries inside." So waking up that next morning and opening the door to see the view was shockingly gorgeous. It was just perfect.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, so now the training is behind you. Mm-hmm. And what are next steps? How are you going to navigate actually putting into practice becoming a doula now that you've been trained?
Yeah. So I think I've just been following the list of certification requirements. Mm-hmm. I've been really just kind of dove into the reading list and have been listening to the Retrievals podcast. And
let's just give a quick shout out to the Retrievals podcast. Absolutely. If anyone is not listening to that, please listen to it.
Yep.
It's a very important message about pain relief, about ego in the medical system. It's powerful.
Yes. So listening to that and just relating, I mean, so much of what doula work has kind of felt for me is like relating to so many of the stories and experiences and wanting to be a source to either advocate or educate or just support somebody through those experiences for themselves too. But yeah, so I have just kind of jumped into those next steps. I have created a doula Instagram for myself.
Good.
Yeah. So I came up with my sort of business name, which is Mother and Crow Births.
And I love it.
Thanks. Yeah. I feel like it has a nod to the maiden mother crone archetype, but it also is like the crow. I feel like I've just had a lot of crows like show up around birth experiences personally. And so that has kind of become a sort of like nod, I feel like, from the universe of like, this is the direction.
The crow holds so much.
Yeah.
It's actually my next tattoo, which is exciting.
I love that.
My 20-year-old and I are getting matching crow tattoos.
Maybe I'll get one too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think as you grow into your business and as you start to really shape what your business is, I think so many years ago, when I was starting my own businesses, the mentality was still keep it separate, personal and business, separate. And what I've learned through the years of having multiple businesses now is people actually want to know who you are.
Yeah.
And who you are really shines through with your business. And so when you're making your name, when you're making your website, when you're creating the collateral that you're going to give to clients, putting yourself within those pages, within, those forms, even your logo, the colors, the branding, make it be you.
Yeah.
And because then you're really reaching the client that your energy is going to speak to.
Exactly. Yeah, I've definitely found that with my hair business. And I just feel like it, as a consumer, I would much rather relate to whoever it is that I'm hiring for a service or as a provider on some kind of personal level or some kind of, just like ethical ethos, MO. Like I feel like Richmond is also a really saturated place for both hair providers and doulas. But that's wonderful, right? Because like you really can find whoever is perfectly like niche for you and what you are looking for and out of your experience. So
totally. We always say there is a doula for everyone.
Yeah.
And there are enough pregnant people to go around. In a city that is really saturated with birth workers, we are lucky that we have such a plethora and diversity of birth workers for people to choose from. There are still enough pregnant people to go around.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so you're working through that. And then talk to me about getting some births under your belt.
Yeah, I feel like that part is still something I'm trying to figure out too. I have a profile on Doula Match.
Great.
I'm working on my website. I am working on creating my forms and contracts or agreements so that when that person comes, I am prepared truly. So I haven't launched my website yet because I want to be able to have all of those tools ready.
So smart.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's like a slow burn part of stepping into the doula world and like I've had so many of like my friends and personal connections be like, I can't wait until I'm pregnant and can I just hire you now? And so I'm like,
can I keep you on retainer?
Yeah, I would love that. The day you get that positive test, you call me and we will put it on the calendar. And I can't wait for that because I'm really excited to be able to support people that I know and love.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's really special.
But outside of that, I'm not sure exactly. I want to get some business cards made and start doing some networking and connecting in physical spaces and with more people in the industry, and maybe join a doula collective.
Yeah. Yes. You're doing all of the things that we talked about in the business segment of the training, which is so key. Putting yourself out there first with friends and family and your already existing client base. That's where, in the training, we had the homework of starting to post about your experience in the training and tagging ToLABOR in it so then we could reshare so you could already kind of reach a little bit more of have more visibility. And, even just sending out a giant mass email to all of your people. This is what I'm doing now. I'm so excited to announce this new business I'm starting to build and create. My new baby is coming. Starting with people that you know and trust you already is where I think you're really going to gain some traction.
Yeah.
And then like the outer tier then is joining the Facebook groups around town and talking to the chiropractors and the acupuncturists and the Reiki healers and pediatricians and midwifery groups and all of that. Anyone who is laying their hands or eyes on pregnant people to be able to spread your name.
Yeah.
And word of mouth is still the very best marketing tool out there.
Truly.
So just getting your name in people's mouths is very important, however you do it.
I feel like I am lucky and very grateful to have a clientele through my hair business, and so many of them have been keeping up with what I've been sharing on social media as well. And most of my clients that are in alignment with me as their hair provider are really in alignment with me about the majority of things and have come to me from other people being my client and referring. So the word of mouth thing is really true and relevant, and where I find I mesh the best with people. So yeah, I'm working on that.
Yes. Well, I'm so excited to see what is next for you.
Thank you.
And I know we are going to have more conversations in the future about that. On this podcast, we always ask our guests to share a doula experience. And so that can be something that some interaction you've had with a doula or while being a doula. What's one memory or story that comes to mind when you think some sort of doula experience?
I guess I go back to, my most recent experience with, I feel like I got kind of a rare experience watching my best friend have a baby, but also watching her doula her.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not something that a lot of people get to experience is to like shadow a doula. And so I feel like that was a huge part of what was influential to me. And, I had Sarah's number and I would be like texting her like during the labor, like, is this what transition looks like? And she's like, yes. I'm like, okay, is this the bloody show? And she's like, mm-hmm. So cool. And so it was just like really neat to have known those words and sort of steps that happen in labor and birth from a general standpoint to then have more insight through her, and then also just be able to help with more things than what the other family members in the room were doing. And like I was handing the midwife that was there for the pushing and the birth of the baby, like the hot towels from the cabinet. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I use hot towels all the time, every day as a barber. So like, I know how hot this needs to be. And I just like kind of just took over that part and made sure that that towel was not cold and that it was right. And that felt like my big job.
It is a big job.
But I was like, no, I can really, because the midwife kept asking for another towel. And so I was like, nope, I see that. I got it. I'm just going to make sure that the towels are there. And then my own experience of just being so thirsty when I was having my baby, like, I was like, no, where's the water and the ice machine, and making sure that that cup was full and that the doula had a sandwich. And
that's so nice of you.
Yeah, just like that was, I got to kind of doula the doula a little bit. And also just, I don't know, that was really the coolest experience that made me want to do the doula work. And just watching her navigation of conversations. And, we did have an intervention that was not hoped for, but it was really the best next step. And still to just watch the positive outcome and the positive headspace around it as well. Yes. And for her to like provide the support and kind of give permission, because I think sometimes when we're in a lot of pain or we're really overwhelmed or just vulnerable, like having that person that you trust, that you've already talked about, this is the plan, this is what I hope for, to be like, I believe that this is a good idea.
Decision.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when people are making that decision to choose an intervention that wasn't part of their initial plan, they're going to need even more support.
Yep.
And not second guessing or having regret and going through all their options. What a gift.
Yeah.
What a gift you were able to really witness a doula modeling all the things we talk about in the training, right? The collaboration piece of communicating with the midwife and the nurses, the making decisions in real time around interventions. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was neat. And the doula also had another client go into labor at the same time.
Oh, perfect. And that's what we'll be talking about in our next episode.
Yeah. So that was really kind of amazing to watch too, because I could tell that that's something that is stressful maybe to manage or overwhelming. And, and I felt like I was able to kind of just bring a little bit of confidence and like, it's okay if you need to go nap. Like I will make sure that I'll text you, or if anything, like, and I feel like we got to work together in a way that I was able to hopefully take a little bit of the load off, and also just witness that happens. And
it's real.
And you leave one and you go right to the next and you keep on. And then hopefully you have 3 days to sleep after that. But
hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Which brings back up that support network.
Right.
Of who's going to be not only taking care of everything while you're gone, but also while you come back and recover.
Yeah. I think that's where it was also confirmation for me, was after being at this birth of my friends. I went home at like 9 a.m. and needed to sleep for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
And so my mother-in-law was able to keep the baby overnight and then have her through the whole rest of the day. And then my partner was able to pick her up and take care of bedtime. And so I was able to get like that full next day. And also my clients were very understanding and flexible to adjust appointments that were scheduled. And so I think that's a benefit too of being as far as I am in my career with clientele that we really know each other at this point. There is a lot of understanding, and a lot of them are also parents and understand that life
shit happens.
Yeah. Life is life. And
that's
so,
right.
Yeah, it just kind of worked out. And I think that gave me confidence and that this could actually be a thing that I could do. So,
yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
And where can people find you?
So my Instagram handle is Mother and Crow with periods in between. So Mother period and period Crow. And then I will soon have a website that will also be motherandcrowbirths.com. And yeah, my email is motherandcrowbirths@gmail.com. So yeah, just look out for Mother and Crow stuff coming soon. And hopefully I will be more visible through this podcast. And I really appreciate you inviting me on. So I look forward to working with people and with hopefully you again. And yeah, so.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for listening, everybody. You can find our podcast on all of your favorite podcast platforms. You can email me at melanie@ToLABOR.com. I want to hear from you. I want to hear feedback, questions. Do you want to come on the show? You want to be a guest? Find us on Instagram and Facebook, ToLABOR Doulas, and we'll see you next time. This episode was recorded at Vera House, produced by Perry Young and Mike Metzger, and special thanks to my husband, Jared Russell, for his lighting tweaks and input all along the way.